Hey guys, welcome to Lanie Cooks. On today's episode, I'm going to show you guys how to make a simple fried rice with just a few simple ingredients from your kitchen. Stay tuned. Okay, so what I have here is just some two-day-old rice. You got to make sure that it's old rice you're using and not fresh. I have 3 eggs here that I overbeat, and the reason why I overbeat it is because I want like fluffy eggs. Then I have here some Chinese sausage. There's about 4 links here that I cut up, some green onions, and then 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to use this as my soy sauce. I have sesame oil, garlic and pepper seasoning that I got from the grocery store, and then we have our vegetable oil. So what I have here is my pan. I've already heated up to 4, so the pan is nice and hot right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to coat this with oil, and then we're going to cook our sausage in this. And it looks like a lot of oil, but it really isn't, because this oil is going to be for the eggs and for the rice that we're going to use also. So right now we're going to make sure that we cook this sausage until it's nice and tender. And then around this time, once it starts cooking, I'm going to crank the fire up to about 5, because the pan needs to be really nice and hot by the time the rice goes in here. So we're going to make sure this sausage cooks, and then I'm going to take it out, transfer it to a bowl. That's the secret to cooking fried rice. You don't just throw everything together and expect it to come out nice and fried, because it'll get mushy. So we'll cook this, take it to a bowl, then we'll throw in our eggs, fry the eggs, and move that too. And then we'll throw in the rice, and then I'll show you guys exactly how to get successful fried rice. So the sausage has been cooking for about a good 2 minutes. I'm going to take it out now and move it to another bowl. As you can see, it's like slightly cooked, because we're going to throw it back in after I get everything else. Don't worry about the oil, guys. Again, you're going to need this for the rice. And this is a California brand sausage, if anybody wants to know. I didn't buy the traditional Chinese one that's the skinny package. This is really good Chinese sausage link that's made out in California. So if you can find this at your local Asian store, you would want to try this one. Okay, again, the fire is still at a 5, and you can see here the oil is still sizzling. You're going to need that, because I'm going to throw the eggs in. I'm going to use this to get it quicker. Okay, oil is popping. Alright, so now we're going to throw in the over whipped eggs. And for the eggs, we are going to lightly scramble this. We don't want to over scramble, because unless you like little itty bitty pieces of eggs in your fried rice, you're going to want to just swish it back and forth. Here again, this is why you want your pan hot. And the excess oil in here is good for the eggs too. So all I do is just swish it back and forth. You don't want to sit here and chop. Again, if you want small eggs, chop it, but we're just gonna do it like this. And so far I have not seasoned anything yet. There's no salt, pepper. That's gonna come whenever we throw the rice in. And with this fried rice, I don't have any peas and carrots and vegetables. It's just gonna be some green onions, just to keep it simple. Alright, so the eggs are nice and cooked. As you can see, it's nice and fluffy. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this into our sausage. Okay. Ooh, it's hot. Be super careful. Okay. Alright, so we're going to leave that there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more oil to my pan. This is going to be where the rice comes in. Again, I'm not measuring, I'm just eyeballing everything. And now I'm going to crank my fire up to about between a 5 and a 6, so it's pretty much on high right now. Okay, so here we go. We have our leftover rice. can hear it sizzling already. And again, it has to be old rice, guys, not fresh rice. You can't make fried rice with fresh rice because it will get mushy and yucky. So now we're going to chop up all the rice. Okay, nice and chopped. And I pulled this straight out of my rice cooker. Again, it's like 2-day-old rice that's left over, so don't ever throw away rice. This is a good use for it right here. Okay, so now my secret to my fried rice is butter. I'm going to throw my butter in and then kind of create like a little hole in the middle so it can melt. And while that's working out, we're going to take our sesame oil. I pretty much eyeball everything, so, but let me see here. I'm going to put about, I'll say about 3 teaspoons of the sesame oil into my rice. And if I need more, I'm going to use more. But we're going to go ahead and mix this up real good. Let that butter work its way into the rice. Butter is optional. You don't have to add it, but make the rice taste a lot better. Okay. Right now, our rice doesn't have color yet, but that's going to come in just a little bit once you get this rice nice and crispy. So the secret to this rice, you guys, is to make sure your fire's on high. You have dry old rice, and make sure you break it up and mix it up a lot so that all the rice gets nice and cooked. That's good. Okay. Alright. As you can see, you can hear my pan sizzling. You want to make sure you have that sound because that's how you make fried rice. The pan has to sizzle so the rice can fry itself in this here. And make sure you use a big pan so you have enough room. You don't want to overcrowd it. That's how things get mushy. Okay. So as you can see here, we have a little bit of butter left. Once the butter is nicely melted into the rice and gone, I'm going to go ahead and add the sausage and the egg, and then we'll start our seasoning process, and that's all it takes to cook this rice, guys. Alright. Okay, so that's done. Now I'm going to throw in my eggs and my sausage that we cooked earlier. Okay, give that a nice mix. You see how nice and fluffy these eggs are? I like my eggs chunky. I'm just using a spatula to mix this back and forth. Just makes it a lot easier. Alright. Rice is looking good. Okay, so here I'm going to take my little seasoning, my little garlic and pepper seasoning salt. I got this at the grocery store. I'm just going to sprinkle this all over my rice. You don't want to be too crazy with it because it is a little salty. So just give that a little mix. If you don't have it, you can use granulated garlic, black pepper, and salt mixture if needed. Okay. Alright, you guys, this is looking so good. The key to this is constantly mixing it. Okay, now I'm going to add our soy sauce. I use the Knorr Liquid Seasoning Original as my soy sauce because it's not too salty and it's perfect balance for our fried rice. But you can use whatever soy sauce you like. This is what we use in our house. So I'm going to do like a ladle full. And we're going to pour it all over our rice here. Alright, we're going to mix it. And I'll taste it as I go and see how the color is. So the soy sauce is what gives the rice a nice brown color. So mix it up real good. And then I'm going to stop and taste this just to see if it's salty and seasoned enough. And if it's not, I'm going to add a little bit more of the soy sauce. So just add it as you go. You don't want to add too much. Okay, and then I have here some green onions. And throw that in just to give it a little bit of color. You don't have to add it if you want, but as you can see, there's no carrots, no peas, just a little bit of onions, just the way my family likes it. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to try this a bit and see how it tastes. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Okay, almost there. I think a little bit more soy sauce will be good, and then that is it. As you can see, look, the nice color brown. I'm going to add a little bit more soy sauce to my ladle here. Not as much as the first time because I think it's pretty much seasoned pretty well. So we're going to pour that there. Mix it up a little bit more. You can hear the rice sizzle. And that's exactly what you want to hear when you're cooking fried rice. Alright, you guys, look at this. Got the nice brown color. Sausage, the eggs, and the green onions. And that's all it takes to make this simple fried rice. Okay. Okay. So the rice turned out really perfect and delicious, guys. So that's exactly how you're going to cook this fried rice. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. And make sure to subscribe to my channel and keep checking in for more videos like this. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.